Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room. Super excited. It is Friday before a long weekend. If you're in Canada, you know what I'm talking about. We have a long weekend. It's the May 24th weekend, Victoria Day. Super excited to have some fun downtime with my family. Get to relax, get some things done in the house and out in the garden. Got lots of things planned. How are you guys all doing this morning? I've got my coffee in my Live Well, Laugh Often, Love Much mug, and I've been having a blast down here for quite a little while now. And I watched a few snowflakes of snow, but now the sun looks like it's coming out and I can see blue sky. So yay, I hope that storm that went through, hopefully it's over. I know we're supposed to get rain today, but the weatherman said to bring my flowers in, so my husband brought them in. So hopefully we are out of the woods and now we can have a great weekend. Hello, everybody that's popping on. Thank you all for joining me. I have a fun fold for you today. I've made this card before, not for a while though, but when I made it, I'll share with you when I get started here. I closed it and made it into a pocket card. Today we're going to make it and keep it open into like 2 flaps. I know that doesn't make any sense. Good morning, Twyla. Thank you for joining me. So good to have you with me. Super excited, you guys. Thank you all for popping on. I want to say a special shout out to everybody who has shared my video. Come and join me here every morning this week at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time. And I want to thank you all for reaching out to me and asking me questions about getting your starter kit, because you guys know it's the best deal. I talk about it every single day. So I am hoping that I see your name come to my email this weekend. Maybe it's a great weekend for you to finalize your starter kit. If you're already a demonstrator and you know someone in Canada who may want to take advantage of this amazing deal, please share my name with them and have them reach out to me. I would so appreciate that. Okay, so I want to share with you, when you spend, if you're not ready to join and get that amazing deal, why wouldn't you want to, right? And get 20%, at least 20% plus free stuff. I mean, it's the best deal ever. But some people just are happy to be happy shoppers, and that's okay, because, you know, I need customers as well as teammates, right? So if you spend with me, if you shop with me in the month of May and you spend a minimum $50 order in my online store using the host code when I flip my camera, you're going to get half a package of these Glossy Dots assortment. Okay, you're going to get half a pack of those, and when you spend $50. Now, if you bump your order up to $100, you're also going to get half a package of this gorgeous paper that I'm going to share with you when I flip my camera. It is stunning. We're going to play with that today. We're going to play with another card. We're going to make another card using Bottled Happiness, but we're also bringing in a stamp set that I'm super excited has carried over into the annual catalog. All right, enough hinting around. Let's flip the camera and let me share with you all the stuff on my desk, because I got a ton of stuff here. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Okay, here we go. We're going to flip and turn you down at my work surface here. Here we go. Good morning, Joyce. As always, you guys, I'd love to know where you're joining me from. It's always better to know who's with me. I appreciate that so much. Let me just straighten up here. Can you see the seashells? Yep, we're going to play with those today. Once I can get my camera all ready to go here. Okay, so let's straighten up here. We've got, I want to show you those Glossy Dots. Glossy Dots, you get a half a pack of these when you spend $50 with me. The other thing you're going to, if you bump your order up to 100, you're going to get half a pack of dots, plus you are going to get a half a package of this paper here. Now, this paper is called, it's a specialty paper, and it's called Brushstroke 12 by 12 specialty paper. All right, so let me just grab my glasses. I don't know. Oh, they're there. I have to wear my glasses to read. I don't know, you guys. Getting older is definitely has its challenges. All right, so let me share this paper with you. It's called, I said, Brushstroke 12 by 12. Can you see that? there is soft succulent. Can you see the subtle pattern? Oh, there, I think you can see it right there when the light shines on it. It's almost like a beautiful detailed feather. You can see, oh, there's the shine. Oh my goodness, it is so stunning in real life. I wish you could see it, but I think I'm getting the shine there with the light. This is a specialty paper, and you're going to get half a package of that when you spend $100 in my online store using this host code up here at the top. You might want to jot that down if you're thinking about placing an order with me. So you get a 12 by 12 sheet. It has amazing shimmer. Yes, Twyla, I love it. This is the soft succulent. You also get Night of Navy. Look at that. Oh, so gorgeous. And you get Blushing Bride. So you're going to get 3 pieces of this paper, okay? Or 6 by 12, sorry. 6 by 12. So when you place your order, if it's over $100, I'm going to reach out to you and ask you if you want it in 6 by 6 or if you want a 6 by 12 strip. If you want 6 by 6, you're going to get 2 of them. And 6 by 12, of course, it'll be 1. So we're going to play with this Blushing Bride piece today. And I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. And before I get started on the fun fold, we're going to do this so that we get it out of the way. So I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so we're just going to trim it. Now it's not double-sided because it's specialty, right? So we've got that beautiful pattern on this side and then it's white on the back side. So a lot of specialty paper is like that, right? It's just one-sided. Okay, so there's our Blushing Bride piece. So I got an extra piece of grid paper here. Let's get rid of that. That's kind of distracting. Okay, let's move this out from underneath and we'll get things straightened up here. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy, you guys. I'm just trying to straighten up so you can get a better view of my work surface. Okay, so we're going to bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and we're going to do some stamping, not stamping, we're going to cut and we're going to emboss this. So we are going to use Friends Are Like Seashells today. Okay, so this is the stamp set that carried over. It has stamps, photopolymer like you see, and it also has dies. Let me bring those in and share with you what they look like. You have this big seashell die, and then all these tinier seashells that coordinate with the stamps, right? And it also has a 3D embossing folder, and it's called Seashells 3D embossing folder. Now this is a hybrid folder, okay? So you can, no, it's not a hybrid. A hybrid means you put the die in there. Sorry, you have to do them separate. You have to cut them and then you emboss. So we're gonna do just that. We're gonna use this big die and we're gonna cut, and then I'm gonna show you how to get an embossed impression on that die cut. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in my machine and we're gonna do both of those things right now. So I got to use my big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine because it's quite a big die, right? It's about 4 1/4 inches wide. So we're going to do our cutting first. So we've got platform number 1, platform number 2, one of my cutting plates, which is platform number 3. And then I'm going to put my Designer Series paper down, a little piece of cardstock there. And I'm going to put this seashell die right on top, okay? So that's going to go on top and we're going to run that through. And didn't give myself a whole lot of room. In hindsight, I probably should have cut my paper to be like 5 1/2, give myself a little bit of leeway. So learn from my mistakes, but it's okay because you'll see in a second, it's going to be fine. Okay, so we're going to run this through the die cut. I'm gonna go forward and I'm gonna come back because I am doing a lot of cutting here, right? There's a lot of little intricate cuts in here. So there we go. Let's take that off. I'm gonna put my number 1 platform back on because we need it to do the second part of this. And here is our piece. So let's pull this off of the die. And then, whoa, look at that. So, I mean, that's beautiful just like it's like that, right? Just with that shimmer from the paper. But you guys, when we bring in the embossing folder, let me show you. Here's the embossing folder. I'm going to put this piece into the folder. So you put it in like so. See, you find the bumpy side, and we're going to put this image right on top of it, just like that. So you can lay it right on top of the bumped image. What I mean by bumped image is, you know, like this part's popped out, this is recessed down. So I'm going to put it this way, and you can line up, see how I'm lining this up right on top? There we go. So when you're happy with how you've got it lined up, you can close your folder, and then we're going to put this into the machine. Always put the spine in first so you don't get your embossing folder doesn't crack, because it's going to hit the wheels that are underneath this middle part, and all the pressure is going to come out through the open end of your folder. So then I'm going to lay that on there. I'm going to bring in my gray plate. This is the plate for using 3D embossing folders. This is plate number 4, and we're going to run this through. Here we go. And all the cracking and bumping sounds are normal. Okay, so let's see how this looks. We'll open up the folder and then take this out. Whoa, look at that, you guys. We have a shimmery, beautiful seashells and the greenery. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I just love it. So I have that one in Blushing Bride, and the paper also comes in Soft Succulent. I went ahead before I went on camera and I did one in the Soft Succulent, and I absolutely love it. So both of those are ready to go. Yeah, I know, Twyla, they are gorgeous. That paper is stunning, absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to share it with you guys when you place an order with me this month. Okay, we're doing a fun fold today. So I want to share with you, I'm going to bring back the Bottled Happiness. Let me just grab it here. Okay, so I've been playing with Bottled Happiness all week, right? So I've got Bottled Happiness stamp set and the punch. We're not going to use the stamp set today, but this is the bundle, okay? So I've made 4 cards already, 3 cards. This is my 4th, but today we're just going to use the punch. Yeah, Kathy, that paper is stunning. We're just going to use the punch today, and we're going to make a card, the diagonal triangle card. Now, I have made this card, as I mentioned before, but I've closed it up and made it into a pocket card. So I'm going to share with you how to do this. I'm going to raise up here. You need a full sheet of cardstock, okay? So I have here crumb cake cardstock. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and I'm going to score this into quarters. So we're going to score it at 4 1/4 down the long side, like so. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to put it back into the paper trimmer, and I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. Can you guys see that? Now I've got quarters. Let me just fold it a little bit here so you can see what I have done. There we go. So we've got 4 quarters. So what we need to do is remove this top left corner. We're going to cut diagonally here, and then we're going to cut diagonally here, okay? So first thing I'm going to do, pop this back into the trimmer, and I'm going to use my dark gray scoring blade. I'm going to pierce the cardstock right there in the center and cut up, okay? And then I'm going to turn my cardstock, lining it up at the 5 1/2 inch mark, and I'm using this lip at the top as a ridge, and I'm going to come down at the bottom, and then I'm going to cut up to that center score line. There we go. So we've got that one removed, okay? So now I'm going to cut from this corner to this corner. So I'm just angling my cardstock, and I'm going to cut from the bottom. I don't like to pierce from this little corner because in my experience, it snags, okay? So you want to use, if you have a choice of starting at a point like that and starting at something that's more solid, always go with the more solid option. Excuse me. So down here is a better spot to start. So I'm just going to put that in the trimmer and trim like that. All right. So there's our quarters now. So I've got the diagonal here, and now I want to do my diagonal down this way. So I'm just going to take my cardstock, put it in my trimmer like this. Again, I'm lining up that corner, and then this one down at the bottom of the screen. I hope you can see. Let me see if I can rise up a little bit. And I'm going to trim on this angle. Whoops. Lift up my paper trimmer and trim, okay? So these are extras. You can put them with your scraps. You can use them for another project, but we're done with the trimmer. So now what we want to do is I'm going to show you, it kind of looks like an envelope, doesn't it? And you can make this, I've made this card before and I've closed it. So I've put, you know, a bit of glue down here and closed this side, and then a bit of glue right here and closed up this one. And then I made a pocket. It was a pocket, and then I made an insert that could be removed. We're not going to do that today. We're going to keep these angles. We're actually going to reverse them like this. So this one's going to go up, this one's going to come in from the left, because I want to use my bottle punch, and I'm going to punch on this section over here. So you see, I can't really punch this section, right? So it has to be the one on the left over here. So let me grab my bone folder, and we're just going to reinforce the score lines. And it is really warm in this room. Oh my heavens, I turned up the heat too high. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to melt here. I got to turn the heat down. Woo! Oh my goodness. And I love heat. But what did I do? I'm just reaching for my little heater. And I'm going to turn it down. There we go. Before Rose melts and passes away on you. We don't need that, right? We don't need me passing away. Passing out. Not passing away. Oh my God. I meant passing out. Oh my gosh. Woo. Okay. Are you guys laughing with me? Okay, so what we're going to do for this card, we need a piece that measures 4 by 5 1/4, and that's going to fit right in here. This is the inside of my card. Okay, so that's 4 by 5 1/4. It's like our front layer of any card. So that's the inside. For the outside triangles, I've got a couple of different pieces of cardstock. From the Abstract Beauty, oh my heavens, I love that paper. And I have some here. I love it so much. It's 4 by 6. I bought multiple packages. I've done scrapbook layouts with it, cards with it. Look, it's got the gold foil accents. It is stunning. And this is from the mini catalog, you guys, which is only available till the end of June. So if you like this paper, you definitely want to get a package of it. So it measures 4 by 6. And the measurement that we need for our triangles is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. And the paper trimmer is actually strong enough to cut through 2 pieces at once. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got both pieces together. I'm going to trim this to 5 1/4. So I'm just popping it in, lining it up. I'll trim both of them. Get rid of that little piece, don't need that one. Then I'm going to cut them on an angle, okay? So I want them to be my triangle layers. So we're starting with 4 by 5 1/4, and we're just doing diagonal cuts here. So here we go. We've got our triangles now. So done with the paper trimmer. This is super easy, you guys. So we're going to put our triangles on here. So I'm going to use this pattern on this triangle. You can see how you've got your nice mat, and you've got a little bit of the crumb cake sticking out. So let's go ahead and glue that down. Even the back side is really pretty with the polka dots. Whoops. Got my glue squirting out on me here. That's crazy. Crazy Friday morning. Okay, so let's put this down. I'm really excited about this card. I don't know if you can tell. Okay, so this one's going on the left side here. And it got a little bit of wiggle room with that glue, so I'm just gonna make sure it's all lined up. Then I need one for my other flap. So my other flap, I want to have this really pretty green color. So let's do, okay. No, I think I need to do, I don't really want the polka dots. Well, or the confetti. I guess that could work. But I really wanted this one. Okay. So, uh-oh. How did I do that? Okay. I did it wrong. Okay, that's okay, because guess what? You get a lot of paper in this one. So I am going to, I tried to save time, and I end up having to come back. Okay, so for this side, I'm going to grab another piece. And I want it to be like this, right? So it's okay, because I'm going to make another one of these cards. So I'll use those triangles and in another way. So 5 1/4. I want the green part. All right. We'll put these triangles aside, and I will use them on another piece. So I want this one to be like this, right? So I'm going to angle it like so and trip. Okay, now we're in business. This one's going on here. It's easier when you're doing it yourself, I think. You guys will have no problem with this. I'm just excited. All right, so we're gonna put this down on this side over here. And like I said, I've done this triangle fold over card before, and I've glued it together and made it a pocket card. It makes a really cute pocket card, and you can attach a gift card to it. But today, what I wanna do is I want to bring my punch in, okay? So the bottle punch is gonna go, let's grab the bottle punch here. Whoops. And we're going to punch a bottle on this right-hand flap, okay? So when the card is closed, it's gonna be like this and this on this side over here, left, not right. We're gonna bring the bottle punch in and we're just gonna slide it in over on the left-hand side here. And we're gonna punch out the bottle. Easy peasy, right? So there's my bottle over on this side. I'm going to hold on to this one. I think this will be fun to put on a card. I like the little gold speckles on it. So I'm just going to hold on to that because, you know, as crafters, we do not waste anything, right? So I'm going to bring in my little domes, my little vintage shaker domes. I'm going to grab one of those. And I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to peel off this wax covering like on the front to expose the front of the dome, and we're going to lay that down, and then we'll just come in over top with our piece, our card, and there's our dome. All right, so we got to put something in this bottle. So what I decided to do, I have a little story for you. I have this little jar of sand. Look at this. It's called Summer Mud Puddles. So it actually has, but I mean, you don't have to have something like this. You can get any kind of sand. If you've saved sand or if you have sand close by, you can go outside and grab some. This came to me, I have a story to tell you. Last year, I was supposed to go on the Stampin' Up! Trip to Maui, and we couldn't go, right? There was travel restrictions. Nobody from Stampin' Up! Could go on the trip. So Canadians are amazing. Canadian demonstrators, we teamed up, and we did our own little virtual retreat, and we had a secret sister. My secret sister sent me a whole bunch of fun tropical stuff, and in it was, oh my gosh, all kinds of stuff. And she had this little jar of sand in there. So it was like, this is your Maui sand, right? So her name is Lauren, and I really appreciate her doing this. So she gave me this. It's been sitting on the corner of my desk for almost a year. I've just been admiring it, so now I'm going to use it. So I'm going to put a little tiny bit of that into my jar with my plastic spoon here. Just a little bit. I don't need very much. Just like that. And then I'm going to put, I've got a piece of crumb cake cardstock here that measures 1.5 by 1.5 by 1.25. And I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm just going to like break down the fibers of this. Okay, just make it so that you can curl it. So I'm going to make this like a little letter that goes into this bottle. And then I'm just going to roll it up nice and small so it can fit into my message in a bottle here. So we're going to just bring in from my Baker's Twine Essentials pack. I'm going to use the black twine. Just cut off a piece, and we're going to tie this little message up. I'm just going to tie up this little scroll of cardstock and make a little knot. And we're going to put that right into the jar. This is so fun. These little jars just make me happy because I keep imagining what else can I put in these jars, right? So we're just going to trim these off. Yesterday, I did a card showcasing the effervescent elements that Stampin' Up! Sells to go in the jars. There we go. We've got a little message in a bottle. Let's go ahead and put that in the bottle. Before I close this up, remember I was showing you this little, the seashells? There's a lot of really cute, like don't ever throw any of this out because you can use little accents. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this greenery in here. I'm just going to snip a piece, just a little piece of the greenery. And we're going to put that in the bottle too. Just make it kind of look more natural, right? So I'm going to lay that down like that and put the little message in there. And then we got to close this up. So I'm going to bring my bottle punch in. I've got some scrap white. I'm going to punch out a bottle shape. And then we're going to put that over top. So let's go ahead. Now I've got everything in there. You don't want to jiggle it too much because that sand will come out. Just going to gently lift off this wax paper covering. I'm going to put this into the little hole here. Now it's not going to cover, but that's okay because I'm going to bring back one of those little triangle wedges that I cut. And we're going to put that down onto this piece. So let's see. We've got this one with the polka dots. Let's put that one down. So I'm going to flip it over. So this is the other triangle, right? So when you cut your triangles in half, you're going to get two, of course, and then you just take this one and we're going to put it over top like this. And that'll serve two purposes. It'll decorate the inside of my card and it's going to close up my little message in a bottle. Let's see how that looks from the front. There we go. There we go. We've got the sand in there. We've got the little message in there. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so then for the rest of this card, I was thinking, well, of course we have to do the inside. So let's go ahead and put this one in here. And then one of these little guys here, we're gonna put down, we can put another green one down here, but let's change it up a bit. Let's see. Yes, this one. I hope I'm still in the screen. I'm going to use the flip side of that green ombre and I'm going to put this one down here. There we go. So let's go ahead and glue that down. And then we'll do some stamping. My little message in a bottle card here. All right, so there's our bottom flap. Our top flap is up here. And we're going to bring in some stamps. So from the stamp set, the Friends Are Like Seashells. I love the stamp set so much. The greetings are beautiful. The stamps are gorgeous. I mean, the die is like amazing, right? I'm so happy they kept that in the annual catalog. So I'm going to stamp this one that says, I'm so happy I found you. I think that's so fitting for the message in a bottle, right? Like, so happy you found them. So we're going to stamp that up in the top in the center portion of this basic white. I haven't stuck it down yet just because in case I make a mistake, I can flip it over, but I'm just kind of just eyeballing where it goes. Eyeballing, that's a word, right? That's a verb, eyeballing. You guys know what I mean. I'm just putting that in the center. Let's close up our flaps and see if this is going to work. Oops. I'm going to lay that right in position, hold it down. Put this one up here and this one. Yes, it's going to work. Okay, so there's my greeting for the front. So now we get to do the fun stuff. We get to do some stamping. So I've got some greenery. I've got a little seashell. And I've got a greeting for the inside. I'm going to bring in my coordinating colors, which are Blushing Bride and Soft Succulent. Okay, so we're going to stamp this one here. It kind of looks like seaweed a little bit. Let's stamp one of those right over here. And then, let's see, I think I'm going to stamp this one here. I'm so happy I found you. And then this greeting says, friends are like seashells. You collect them along the way. Isn't that the truth? I just love this. So I'm going to stamp that right in the center like that. And then we're going to open the Blushing Bride. And you could stamp a big seashell if you wanted to. I'm going to do a couple of little ones. So I'm going to do one like that, and then a second generation one just above it, just like that. There we go. And I'm going to leave the rest so that I have lots of room to write my greeting. So let's flip that over, and we're going to put our glue on, and we'll glue this into position. And then we can still spruce this up a little bit. Close this up, close that over. And then I was envisioning putting something here. So we have these seashells, right? We have the Soft Succulent and the Blushing Bride. So I really want to add some seashells to this part over here. So I'm going to take my paper snips. I think I'm going to try and isolate that one right there. So let's just snip that guy right out. And so you can go around and just snip off until you isolate which seashells you want. and you can decorate your card. So let's snip here and here. And oh, it's got that greenery on the side, so we got to do a little more snipping up here. Snip, snip. Okay, so let's see how this is going to look. So if I put the seashell like that, that would work. And can add more or take away some. I'm not really liking how this one's chopped a little bit, so let's just trim that down like so. There we go. So we'll put that one like that. And then there's some other smaller ones in here too. We could bring in that little one and put beside it. And you want to smooth out the edges. So I'm just going to come down here and smooth off these little rough pieces. And these can be your embellishments, right? You can use these die cuts and trim them to make embellishments for your card. So let's snip over here. I haven't done this before, so this is totally on the fly. So forgive me. I'm just kind of learning as I go with this snip snippy of the die cut. I like that. I really like that. And I think that needs to be on dimensionals. So let's grab some dimensionals. All right, so we're gonna put a couple of dimensionals on the back of this seashell so it holds up good. I was also thinking you could put it close to the edge. It's not very thick paper. It could be like you could use it to close your card, right? But I don't think I want to do that because it's not very thick. But you could put something here and then you could tuck this and it could keep it secure. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's grab this little one in here. Just coming around, gonna trim that off. Does anyone have this bundle? Do you guys have it? Are you enjoying it? Is it something that you're happy that they kept? I sure am. I love all the seashell stuff, all the nautical stuff. Just gonna trim that a little bit more. Now that one could go in the background like that, just flat. Let's see. This paper is absolutely stunning. I'm definitely gonna have to get more of it. It's so pretty. Okay, so there's that one. You could take it further and cut another one, but I think that's pretty good. I could put another one down here, but we got our inside down here. So let's put another one inside, and we got to use some soft succulent as well. So I'm just going to grab this one here, trim that up, and you can keep all your greenery. I mean, you can use that to embellish your envelope if you wanted to. And, you know, the sky's the limit to how you could do this. Let's put that one over there. And then, oh, how about the big guy? We'll put the big soft succulent one down the bottom. I'm having so much fun with this, you guys. I haven't looked up at the camera, but if I'm missing your comments, I will definitely come back and see what you guys are saying. Okay, so this one, oh yeah, that'll fit right there. Just like that. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this. Okay, so we've already got dimensionals, so let's just glue this down with some multi-purpose glue so it's nice and flat. Okay, so that one's going there, kind of like a little surprise when the person opens the card, right? These little seashells will like pop out at them. I love it. We'll put that one right there. There we go. Let's fold this up and see how it looks. Wow. What do you guys think? So there we have it. There's our little shaker card with the sand and the note in the bottle. And then when you open it, it opens like this, like that to close it. And you totally could, maybe you could put that on cardstock and make it a bit thicker, but this is really like the thickness of designer series paper. So it's not exactly strong to hold as, because this is like thick cardstock, right? But you could do that. You could totally do that. Those seashell dies, I absolutely love them. And look, in my stamp case, I noticed when I opened it that I had in the past, I think I designed a scrapbook layout and I cut them out of different colors. And then I cut off little pieces of each one. But now I have more that I can go back and use, right? So this, if you don't have friends or like seashells, oh my heavens, you need it because these dies are stunning. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm seeing some of your comments. I will go back and read them. Thank you all for joining me here for Fun Fold Friday. I had a blast making this card, and now I have to go buy more of these domes because I've used up pretty much all of them. They are so fun, Twyla. And this is in the annual catalog, so, you know, go get your stuff. It's brand new. The seashells are not brand new, but the bottled happiness is a stunning, stunning bundle. Thank you so much, Kelly. It is a fun card, you know, and then you still have your extra pieces that you trimmed away that you can save. And I use the crumb cake to make my message for the bottle. So don't waste any of your cardstock. Store it and use it, right? Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my card share, my Fun Fold Friday. Thank you for joining me. If you're from Canada, I would love, love, love to have you join up my team. I say that every day because I mean it. It's $135. You get to pick $165 worth of whatever you want. And you're going to get all the in-color stuff, $91 for free right now. It is a smoking deal, and there's only 11 days left. So today's the 20th of May. That ends on the 31st of May. So I don't want you to miss out. Come join my team and have a blast with us because we truly do have a blast together. So take care. Have a great weekend, long weekend if you're in Canada. And I will be back Tuesday morning. Monday, I'm taking off with my family. Going to spend 3 days with them. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope I've inspired you to pull out your stamps, ink, and paper and to make a card and send a card and brighten someone's day. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you Tuesday morning at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time. Bye-bye.